Okay, we are starting 12-6, our last unit of the summer session. I'm getting ready for this. And this one is mainly a calculator section, and it should go pretty fast. We're going to talk about scatter plots, linear regression, and correlation. Okay. These values right here, I am going to share screens with the calculator, I hope, so that I can look at the values and do the work together. You're probably going to want to watch this a couple times if you're not real comfortable with your calculators. But so I've got this set of data over here on the left and the calculator on the right, and I'm going to show you how to do scatter plots first, then the linear regression, and we'll talk about correlation at the end. So to start off, we need to go back to our stat plot and edit this. Now in this one, I'm going to have values in L1 and L2. So I'm going to clear these out so that I can put my new values in. Remember, highlight the L1, clear, and enter gets rid of the whole list so I don't have to delete each one individually. Okay, so now I am down in here, and I've got these values for X, which I'm going to put in here, 3, 5, 6, 9, order does not matter, 11, 13, 15, 16, and 20 in L1. Those are my X values. And now I'm going to go over and put in my Y values, -12, -7, -4, and 1, 6, 13, 20, 25, and 33. These are just made up numbers, by the way. Once I have all these values in, I want to make sure that my two L1 and L2 have the same number of values. I just go left to right to make sure that they have the same ones, make sure I didn't miss any. Okay. Once I get to here, the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the scatter plots. To do a scatter plot, I'm going to change my window because my X values go from 3 to 20 and my Y values go from -12 to 33. So I'm going to change my window here to be able to, the X's go to 20. So I'm going to make my X max 25. And then my Y min is -12. So I want to make sure I'm below that, -15. And I want to be above the high value, which is 33. So I'm going to go 35. Okay, that's in the window button. Now that I have that done, okay, I'm going to go back to my my editor for a second just to remind you. Okay, so I have all these values in here. That's why I changed my window from -15 to 35 on the Y. And that. So from this, I'm going to go second stat plot. And I already have my stat plot 1 on, okay, but I'm going to press 1 and I'm going to turn it off real quick. Okay, that's where yours should be when you click on that stat plot, second stat plot, and it'll be blinking like this. This is where you want to press enter. Okay, and I'm going to come down here to the type of marks. I'm going to change this to these dots right there. Enter. Those are the ones I want. Okay, and the colors are going to be blue. Okay, now I'm going to press graph. And there is the points that I have put in there. And you can see that they go up to the right. We'll talk about that a little bit later with the correlation. But it has a positive correlation because it's going up to the right as I look at it. So that is the scatter plot. That's how you do a scatter plot on your calculator. Okay. Now I'm going to come back here to my stat. Okay. And now I'm going to do a calculate. And this is the, sorry. This is the linear regression part that we're doing here. Okay. So now I'm going to find the line or the equation of the line that matches this data. So when you look down here at number 4, I'm going to down arrow to it. Normally I would just press the number 4, but it says LINREG. That stands for linear regression. And it says AX plus B. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to press enter or 4 right now. And it says, which do you want to take from? L1 is my first list. L2 is my second list. That's where I have that data from over here, my X and Y in there. So then after I make sure that's there, I'm going to go down to calculate, enter, and it's going to give me this screen up here. Okay. And that screen has A at 2.716. B is negative 21.24, and R is 0.993. And we'll talk about this in a second. Okay. But what this means is now I have a line that looks like this. Y equals 2.7. I'm going to round to the nearest tenth. X minus, because of that minus right there, 21.2. That is the equation of the line that matches that scatter plot that I had on my graph right there. Okay, if there is a line that is drawn up through here, that is the line that would match that data. That's all we're doing, is finding the line that matches that data. Okay, pretty easy, pretty straightforward and simple once you know what buttons to push on your calculator. Okay, now I'm going to go back here to my stat. I'm going to go through this again, calculate 4 for linear regression. I'm going to go back to this, calculate, enter, and it gives me those values. Okay, because the next thing we're going to talk about is the correlation. Okay, this line right here, I'm going to put into my calculator. Okay, Y equals, I'm going to right arrow here. I've got 2.7x, 2.7, and here is my where I get my x from, is right up here on this button. X minus 21.2. And now when I press graph, I'll have the data that I had put in the scatter plot. I'll have the line that I just found right here that matches that data, drawn through that. So you can see that that line matches it. It goes up to the right, so it's positive. And now I'm going to get rid of this shared screen. I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to come back and grab my Word document again. Come over here. There. Okay, I'm going to clear that data. I'll clear all the lines out here. And we're going to talk about correlation. Okay. A correlation of 1 or of -1 are the best correlations you can have. Okay. 1 or -1 is the best correlations you can have. If you're between 0.8 and -0.8, you still have a strong correlation on there. Once your R value that we talked about before, remember my R that I wrote down was 0.99 something. I forget what it was. My calculator probably still has it on there, so I'll look real quick. Stat, calculate for 0.9938. 0.9938 is a strong positive correlation. Okay, so those are the things that you need to know for section 12.6. We are at the end of this. Okay, so I am glad that everything has went on. I hope everything is going well for you. I know I don't get on here very often with my face, but I do want to let you know that I am that this has went really well for me. I hope the videos have helped. I hope that they're doing good for you. If you have any questions, once again, please email me, and we can get things straightened out. We can Zoom whatever we need to do to get it done. Okay, good luck, and I hope it all went well for you.